Hey, this is Toby. In this video, I will show you how I use walk-forward testing when I build my trading strategies. Okay, so first of all, I will explain what the walk-forward test is, the different methods, and why it's beneficial if you want to create robust trading strategies. So let's assume the market data here is our backtest history. We want to create a breakout strategy on US dollar Japanese yen, for example. And most people use the entire data set to optimize and look for the best parameter combination. Now the problem with this is pretty obvious. You over optimize to the historical data and you don't know if the parameter set you picked or the strategy you created will also perform in a live market. And to tackle this problem, most people split their data set into in-sample and out-of-sample. You can see this here on the right side. The blue part is the in-sample data they optimize, and then they use the parameters to test on the green part, the out-of-sample period. And once the strategy looks good, they train again on the complete data set or on the last 80% of the data set. So you can see here the different walk-forward methods. Rolling walk-forward, where you shift your start period, so you always have the same amount of data for your training, and the anchored walk forward method, where you always start at the beginning of your available history. Now with walk forward, you basically do the step multiple times. You divide your data into a training set and an out of sample set, and then you optimize on the blue part and you test on the green part, the out of sample part. And the final equity is constructed just using the out of sample parts, and you stitch them together to get all the statistics for drawdown and performance statistics. So you really have a equity that was only created by out of sample periods. Now I prefer the rolling walk forward method because the training set is more relevant for the current market structure, and the strategy basically adapts to new market behavior. With the anchored walk forward, you always train on a complete data set. And yeah, I think over time, maybe the data in the beginning for your back tests are not that relevant for the current live market conditions. So I will put the link for this visualizer on my website. You can play around, see how the walk forward test works with different settings here. And yeah, just make sure you understand the concept. But now I want to go to the MetaTrader 5 platform to show you how I do the walk forward testing here in the strategy tester. Okay, now here in the strategy tester, let's use the period 2012 to today. This is how the equity looks like. It's just a simple breakout strategy on US dollar Japanese yen. Now I select the complete optimization mode, custom max here for the criteria. And I have these settings where I can set the in-sample days and the out-of-sample days. So the in-sample part here is basically the blue part here, the training data set, and the green part is the out-of-sample in days. And this basically snaps to the closest year start or end. Now let's select a few parameters we want to optimize. So for example, the stop loss here. Let's say we want to go from 20 up to 200. Next parameter is maybe the range to start from 60. Let's say 60 to 360. And maybe also the range end, or the duration basically of the range. So 60 or 60 minutes here, and let's say 300. Okay, now we already have 3 parameters. I think that's enough. We could also optimize the exit time, but let's stay with 3 parameters. We have 300 combinations. And yeah, let's just run this optimization. Okay, the test is done. I reduced the number of steps, so it's much faster for the video. But now we have this report created here. I can see the different steps. I can see the in-sample, out-of-sample results, the parameter used for these steps, and the performance statistics of the stitched out-of-sample equity. And now I can take these statistics to calculate the lot size I want to trade in the live market. Okay, so that's basically all I want to tell you in this video about the walk forward test. Try this visualizer on your own. Understand how the walk forward test works. If you are interested in the Master EA, you can check out my website. And here under the YouTube section, I will link all free visualization tools so you can test this on your own. Okay, I wish you a great weekend and good trades. See you in the next video. Bye.